Hey, everybody. Thank y'all
Hello.
for coming. Glad to see y'all here. So, we want to say we got quite a few people in here. So, thank you, Twisted, for coming. Hey, AD. Hey, Player. Hey, Charmaine. Y'all will please share this out.
Don't forget to hit that like button when you come in, folks.
Yeah, smash the like button. Leave me a comment if you want to. Would you like to be interviewed by somebody like me? Um, Before we get started, I'm not going to get in details, but if y'all would please keep Cody Edwards, Amy's husband, in your prayers. Um, I think Amy's going to try to go live tomorrow or tonight, matter of fact, later on tonight. And if she gets a chance, and I think she's going to explain everything that's going on. And also, would you keep April's mom in your prayers too? We got some kind of bad news, but again, can't go into details about it. Just keep her in your prayers too. Hey, Bud Files, thanks for coming.
Hey,
But
Jessica.
without further ado, everybody knows my next guest is coming up. Y'all seen her in the chat, and probably seen her on a few lives. And we was just talking. I told her, I don't think I've ever asked you to even come up on the panel. And I thank her for doing this interview with me. And thank Donnie for stepping up with me.
No problem. I'm glad you invited me.
But without further ado, everybody welcome Charmaine.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Charmaine.
Hey,
I still
Charmaine.
ain't get my clap thing. Yeah, I need to get me on one. Push the button that claps.
I can't do the whistle, but I would have whistled, but I can't.
So how are you doing, Charmaine?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Florida. Hi, AD.
Hey,
Hey,
Melissa.
Melissa.
Hey, Florida.
Hey, Florida.
How are you doing, Donnie?
I'm doing all right.
I'll be right back. I need to go shut this door because it didn't shut. I'll be right back.
So, Charmaine, we've seen you on a few lives. Is this the first one of the fams you've been to so far?
Well, like I said, I've been on exploring with Nubs or adventures with Nubs, and then I've been on unknown ventures. A few times actually with both of them.
Okay.
But yeah, with the fam, that's about it.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're glad to have you to be a part of the fam here.
Yeah, we
I
thank you
love the
for.
fam.
I tell you, it's one of the biggest communities and the most caring and loving communities that I've ever met. Um, in any kind of whether you want to call this social media or platform, it's one of the best communities that I've ever had the pleasure to be in. So I'm definitely glad you're a part of it as well.
Thank you. I'm glad to be a part of it. You took the words right out of my mouth. Everybody's just so kind hearted, there for one another when it comes down to it. And, that's what I love about it.
Nice, nice. I'm glad you're happy with us.
Hate you didn't get to make it to Vegas. I know you was wanting to come, and then last minute things changed for you.
Yeah, it was. It was the set. Everything had been planned like all year, and literally a month prior, 3 weeks prior, I get a notification of the people I was coming with that the plans weren't going to work out, and it just was too short notice. And I was trying to figure out a different way, and it just didn't work out. And yeah, I was pretty upset about it, but I can't. I can only do what I can do.
Yeah, things happen like that.
Yeah.
April always pays in advance, and I was like, you need to wait till we get closer to it because things can change in a blink of an eye, and that money you cannot get back, you know. So, Charmaine, tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel.
Well, I do tarot reading. I got into it a little over a year ago. I've always been very intuitive, a spiritual person. Goes back to a childhood of seeing spirits, and I've been in the paranormal for since I was a child. That's where it really started, with paranormal and stuff. And I literally had to learn to put walls up and stuff because I could constantly hear them talking to me and this. And for a minute, I got really overwhelming as a young girl, and I had to get help to learn how to put those walls up. And I actually put them up like to where I wasn't hearing nothing because it was overwhelming for me. And I started learning how to reopen that up as I got older. And like I said, I have spirits that come to me left and right. I hear them talking. I can see them. It can be scary at times. So, but tarot reading, I fell into it, and I really loved how it was because it's the energy and spiritual side of things. So that's what my channel is about. It's a variety. That's why I call it the moon show, because anything can happen, really. It's, affirmations I love, positivity. It's all about positive energy, and that's what I like, to put out there. And I have done my paranormal, but my last paranormal investigation at a cemetery, I had a very bad attachment that took me 2 weeks to 3 weeks to get rid of. And it was quite scary, actually. So I stepped back a little bit from that because I know I did everything I could, and sometimes spirits can just be overpowering. It doesn't matter what you do. And I still tried to reach out. I've tried to face it and go to the cemetery to ask, what was it that the spirit really wanted? Because I know there's something they wanted. They weren't attached like that. It didn't like hurt me or anything, but I could feel it literally. I was there and I sat at a bench and I could feel like someone just grabbed my shoulders, and it like just was on my back. And I started getting dizzy and stuff. And like I said, I felt it the whole way home, and I could feel at home everything just was so different. And finally, I found out I had the attachment. And like I said, it wasn't that it was evil or bad. It you know, just wouldn't let go of me for some reason. I guess I have a very open window door, and I had to learn, I guess, again, to how to keep that at a minimal so they can't overpower me.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I've ever had an attachment or not. I've always had bad luck, so I can't tell if I've brought something home or if it's just me. But I have heard of people that has brought them spirits home with them and attached to something or to them, and it's like their whole life changed until they got rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you
Yeah.
get rid of it? How did you get rid of it?
A lot of holy water, salt around my house, in my house, around the windows. You had to do. I did a lot of praying. Like I said, it took about afterwards 2 to 3 weeks before I could really get it out of my house
Wow.
and off me. And it does affect you health wise and mentally. I knew I wasn't the same.
Donnie, have you ever brought anything home with you?
Oh yeah. Actually, one of my very first investigations that I did at the Hamilton jail, I, I don't, I don't believe it was evil. I just believe it was malicious. It was just an energy that I felt ever since I had came home from that jail. Crazy things started happening. We would see shadows in the hallway, and it always centered around the bathroom. And I don't know why it was always centered around the bathroom. But none of us felt easy in there. Everything was um, always so gloomy, I guess you could say. There was a lot of like bad luck, so to speak. we lost our vehicle.
Sorry.
We ended up. I think we ended up losing the insurance after we lost the vehicle too. So the insurance on my car, went out because they tried to go through the insurance company and pay for the damages they used when they towed the vehicle. So it was just a whole bunch of bad luck until I went back and I finally took it back and told it had to stay there. You're not allowed to come back to my house. You have to stay here. And I was very serious about it, and I even did a video on it. And I feel like when I did that, it stayed there. And I've went back since, and it hasn't attached to me since.
Yeah, that was a creepy video. I watched it.
Yeah, yeah. There was some banging
I
sound.
agree with you, Donnie. Like you feel the thing. Like mine was actually where I'm sitting. Right here is where I used to see a shadow and stuff after it. And on my couch, I could look out, and my dog would even start growling and stuff, and I could see it go back. Like what? And you said there's always that one area where something was at, and bad things like my health. I was getting sick. I ended up in the hospital twice, and they couldn't find nothing wrong with me, but my heart rate would be high, my blood pressure would be high for no reason, and it would just be normal. So yes, like I said, it affected me, my health
Right,
majorly. Like I said, bad things were happening one after another.
right.
So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. And it just feels like a terrible run of bad luck.
mhm.
That it just seems to happen after the moment where you feel like you've been, and it doesn't feel like an attachment. You feel like you've been attacked almost by something that you can't see. And it's not that it's hurting you, it's just that it's making its presence known. Like like you say, a shadow here, or you may hear a noise over here, and it's not something that's supposed to sound like that or something that's supposed to be there. So absolutely, it was the same way for me. So I completely understand. And it can make you feel like you're going crazy. Because you're sitting there and you're like, did I really just see this? Did that really just happen? And then the good thing about me is, I have all three of the kids, and I have the dog, and I have, or all four of the kids, and Kayla and the dog. So all I would have to do is ask Kayla, did you see that? And, she could confirm. So I knew I wasn't going crazy. But if you was alone, you would think you were going crazy.
Yeah, I recorded a lot of things. I actually posted a few of the things of like when the dog was growling and stuff. I had that. I posted that where I'm looking over into the kitchen. I put that up so people could see. And actually, I wasn't the one to first see the shadow. Somebody else pointed it out on the video, and I was like, "Oh wow, okay, now I see you." And
Yeah,
then, like you said, little different things, noises here, noises there, and then yes, like I said it stayed to my dining room kitchen area and never really left the area right there. So it was like, okay,
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. But um, I don't know why they would stay around one certain area. Do you believe that when they come home with you, they maybe go or gravitate towards maybe a more spiritual place in your house, or do you think they maybe gravitate towards where some trauma may have happened? Do you think they would gravitate towards like um, a place you would think would be sacred to you?
well, I think in my personal experience, mine is because this is where my desk is and all my crystals, and so I think it's very spiritual and has high energy and everything. I am always cleansing and my stuff, so I'm thinking that's why it came to this area because it's full of energy and spiritual. The positivity. I said I agree that could be like why it came to my area over here.
I
Okay.
don't know about there, but I do know it's hot out there in
Yes.
Arizona.
Oh, it's hot. Yes, it's very hot. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Clairvoyant. Hey,
Hey
Sean.
guys.
Hey, Patrick. Hey, Player. So, Charmaine, are you the only one in your family that does YouTube?
Yes.
So, how Was there somebody that influenced you to start your channel?
Well, I've been watching YouTube for over 5 years now. When I started watching, and it's funny as how I started watching CJ Faison, and then it pushed me to Hunting the Dead, and I became really close with Hunting the Dead, Jody, and he always would tell me, "Do what you want to do. Do it doesn't matter what." And that's where it got me to build up. Okay, I can do this. It took a while. Like, see, my other channel, nobody got to see. I had my other channel, and that was up for a while, and I had stuff up there. But long story short, somebody had it taken down, so I had to restart my channel at the beginning of this year. So that's where I'm at with it now. And a part of me almost wants to say, what, I'm not going to do this more. But I said, no, I'm not going to let that person win, because in the end, I know who it was, and I'm just, karma will get them. I just stayed back and just let them do what they do. And it's sad is we all know the person.
Well, I'm not saying you have to put them on blast, but if you want to put them on blast, there's a good chance. No, I'm just picking with you.
No, like I said, karma, and I've actually seen karma work its way around the person. So it's, like I said, it's coming out to bite them in the butt.
He's like, who is it? It's you, AD. AD, it's you.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So,
yeah, you don't see the person very much in the live chats or anything very much anymore. So
I pretty much know who it is. I think I know who it is. So how do you balance YouTube and your channel and your family?
well, I have the pleasure of being able to work from home and choose the hours I want to work. So that helps it. And then, yes, my daughter, I take care. So it's I choose when I record and stuff. I can record a video at 3 o'clock in the morning. It could be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I do what I have to do. That's how I do it. There's no routine to it. I just do it.
How far are you from the Grand Canyon?
I think I'm about 3 hours away, 3.5 hours maybe.
Yeah, well, I've been there once, and then we got there. It was about dusk dark, so we didn't really get to see that much. We was going to camp out there, and I didn't. It got too cold, and started seeing I seen a rattlesnake and a scorpion, and I was like, I'm ready to go to the room. Get to the room, check the room, make sure there wasn't no bed bugs. Go back, look,
Yeah.
and go back in there, and there's a rattlesnake laying on my bed. So I think I ended up staying there for like 6 months. And then I was like, I'm going back home where I know what a black widow is and a copperhead.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Is I've lived here most of my life, and I've yet to ever be gone to the Grand Canyon.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We was wanting to go see it while we I think it's called the West Side while we was in Vegas, but we didn't get to make it there.
Yeah.
I think Charmaine, Cheney and PLE, and I think Mitzi and Leonard went. There was a few of them that got to go, but we didn't get to go. But I did see, watching David Blaine where he flew the balloons, and where he did that at, Donnie, we passed right over that in the plane.
I seen the Luxor, but I didn't see where that was.
If you go on YouTube and watch his where he flies up the balloons, and when he's looking down, you'll recognize all that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hey, Jessica and Mr. Rogers, thanks for coming.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers.
Hey, Sherry.
Oh, hey,
Hello, Mr.
Sherry.
Rogers.
Hey, Clairvoyant.
I think I seen.
Clairvoyant is Patty. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I just sometimes I don't say her name because I don't know if some people don't like her name being put out. But she said it on here many times.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
I think I seen Cheryl pop in earlier too. Hey, Cheryl.
Yes, hello, Cheryl. She was here. She did pop in.
I'd like to get Florida up here on the panel, do an interview. I clicked with her because every time I see her name, I think of my mom. My mom's name was Flora.
Oh, okay.
So, what types of videos do you prefer doing, Charmaine?
Um, I I have well, I like doing all three. Like I said, I like doing my affirmations. I like doing my tarot, and I like paranormal. I have stepped back from that a little bit because I haven't been able to go anywhere really and do any of that. So that one has been pushed back a little bit. So that's where I was pushing reading my tarot cards and stuff. So that's where I am with that.
So, how long have you been reading cards?
Um, I could say it's been a little over a year now.
I bought we did an auction. I bought April a set of cards, and I was outbidding vodka. And if I'd have known April wouldn't have never touched the deck, I'd just let vodka have them. Which at the time I didn't know I was outbidding vodka. I was bidding against vodka, or I'd have never had them. Because I think she does cards too, don't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey Emma,
Hey, Emma.
Donnie,
Hello,
have any
Emma.
questions?
Yeah, I got a few. Um, Charmaine, I know you said that you were trying to kind of to get away from the paranormal side of or aspect of making videos and stuff like that. Do you feel that like when you do tarot cards, is that an extension of paranormal, or is that something all in its own I guess box you could say?
Okay, it is in its own box. It's more spiritual and energy. Yes, it can be, people try to say, but I'm not trying to reach out to a spirit and talk to them like that. I do have spirit guides and guardian angels. It's a little different. People think yes, you're trying to talk to, no, you're not talking to spirits. It's all about energy and positivity when you're doing that, reading the cards. It's all based off energy.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of like in its own little category.
Yeah, it is.
I can see that. I can see that.
Can you explain? Can you explain how to use the cards a little bit? Because I'm not really for sure how that works.
Okay, there's different ways, different cards, some of them have different, let's see. Let me grab, where are you? Where's my deck? Oh, that
She's a professional. She's got so many sets, she don't know which one to show.
is. No, I do have a preference on which one I do like better, but I do have quite a bit of decks, actually. Okay, so with this one, like, I don't know, can you see the
Oh, that's
picture?
beautiful.
Okay, the Three of Wands. It's more of interpreting you look at that. He's staring off. He has the wand. He's anticipating what he can do. And wands, there's different meanings like wands, cups, the pentacles, and um, oh gosh, guys, it's throwing me off my own game. And swords. Like swords are your brain, mental thinking. The wands are working. The pentacles are like money, have to do with money, and cups are your emotions. Like this right here. This is a big cup overflowing with a lot of emotions.
Okay.
But it could also mean new beginnings too with that.
So it's basically all in how you interpret it.
It's how I interpret it, yes, and it goes deeper. Like I said, it's about energy and feeling of when I pull the card at that time.
Can you do a quick display and use Donnie? Can you read Donnie?
I can do a short one for Donnie.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well, let me see if we can make you bigger.
So Charmaine, am I supposed to think of a
No, no,
nope?
it was me thinking and calling my guidance angels and everybody to help me. So I pulled 3 cards. That's normally like I do 3 cards.
Okay.
So we have the Karma card, the 6 of Swords, and the Tower. Okay. So what that is it's a past, present, and future is like how they do that stuff. But you take it all together, like in the past, you've had karma, and karma could be good, bad, The 6 of Swords is there's a lot that you've been thinking about, and you're trying to move forward with what the karma that you were going through,
Okay.
how to deal with it. And the Tower is could mean chaos, but in the upright position, that means new. It's something new. Like I said, you have to make choices on what you want to do with the information from the past, like your karma that you had got. I said it depends if it was bad or good, and then like the Swords, I said you're thinking a lot about that karma, and the Tower is chaos. You're trying to figure it out what you need to do.
Okay. I mean, kind of spot on.
Yeah, that's how he felt in Vegas.
Yeah. All
When I
my
was
karma came in Vegas. I lost all my money.
when I was trying to pimp him out so I can get steak and eggs.
None of us got any.
Patty said that she did tarot cards too.
Yes, Patty does, and she's really good at it too.
I should have known that because I was watching her videos the other night. I should have known that.
And Charmaine, I want to kind of elaborate on that. You said my karma. Well, when I worked animal control before,
Hmm.
I feel like I did a very good job, and even everybody that was there wanted me to come back, and I came back, and it's just not the same as it was when I was there before. So I have been wrestling with, do I need to move forward in a different career, and I have been thinking a lot about, other jobs and other careers. So I mean, it's pretty spot on.
Also, something to think about. Some things aren't always, like that, and I could say maybe you just need to be in a different area of the animal control. It may not the where you're at is not the area you need to be in. It's not so much you need to leave
Right.
either. I said there's a lot of decisions. You have to look at every angle of it.
I am.
And I'm gonna pull. Okay, this is from a new deck. I haven't even I was gonna do a showing of it, but I still can. But I'm gonna use it. It's my Oracle card that I just received. They're called Whispers of Lord of the Ganesha. I actually really like this, and I'm gonna pull a card so you can. It will clarify also.
Okay.
Okay, that one. Okay, so it says embrace. You need to embrace your feelings and what you think you need to do. It's basically you need to go with what you're feeling.
Follow your gut.
Yep. I feel like that's what it's telling me.
That means watch, follow your gut and watch more Slim Lit videos. You have been doing a lot of stuff, and that really is kind of point on with you, Don.
It is. It is. 100%.
It's some people I've done readings for. They're like, how do you know this? And I'm not a psychic. No, I didn't just. I go with the energy. I feel. I reach. I ask for your energy and bring it into me to hear, and that's how I what I get. How I get it. And
Okay.
people don't understand. And they think it's witchcraft. It's not witchcraft either.
So, in your name, where does the witch come from? I mean, how did you come up with the name?
Well, that was the old one. That was my old name. I switched it just to the Moon Show because the Moon Show, anything can happen under the moon, and the moon's out day and night.
Sure.
So I left that to intern. So anything can happen.
Hey, Debbie.
Hey, Miss Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
So, what since you've been doing YouTube, what is the best thing that you've seen about YouTube?
Mm, the diversity in people. There is a big diversity. And I watch all different kinds of things. I watch educational things. I watch meditation. I do I paranormal to, all different. I'm all over the place. I don't stick to just one thing. And yeah, I watch other people do tarot just to see, how they are and, how they read. There's some good people out there. Everybody's good, everybody has their different unique style of doing things.
Yeah, I think we went to this treatment clinic and did a tour, and they had a psychic there, and so it was free, free. So me and my daughter went in there, and I told them, I was skeptical about psychics and stuff, and um, I think I made her mad when I said that because when I asked her did she have any vibes for me, she told me no. But she read my daughter, and it was kind of right on with what my daughter was dealing with at the time. So I guess there
Yep.
is something.
With tarot, it is what Patty said. It's all about reading energy, and that's what I said. I read your energy. I said I asked the guardian angels and stuff to pull that energy and bring it to me and bring it into the card. So I agree with what clairvoyant I am Patty says. That's what it is.
Now,
Okay.
is there a I mean, does it matter which kind of cards you use, or
No,
because
it doesn't matter. It's just there's just different styles and pictures. But when it comes down, they all mean the same thing. Come down, it means the same thing. It's just different picture styles.
the cards I got April was the Conjuring cards, and I've been about scared to open them. I figured it'd be about how bad. But with the good with YouTube, what's the worst thing that you've experienced while doing YouTube?
Hate. Like I said, with my channel, somebody out of despite and hate had my other channel taken down, which
No, she gone. She back.
Oh, she's back.
I cut out. Sorry about that.
Do you enjoy collabing with others?
I do. I would really like to collab with somebody. That is something I've always wanted to do. Well, I have done it. I take that back. I did it with Jenny and Fluffy and Kill Hut. That was the only time I ever done it, and I had an exciting time. It was fun. I really want to do it again.
When we was in Wilmington, I think a lot of y'all did collabs with each other, but that was before I started my channel. But I don't know if anybody collabed in Vegas or not. I think we was just enjoying the moment.
Yeah, I don't think anybody went off. I think Bat Rican and Sean did some stuff when they were walking back and forth between the hotels, but as far as anybody actually collabing, I don't think anybody did. We all collabed with each other without cameras.
Who was the first person that you ever watched on YouTube?
TJ Faison.
What does he do? I don't think I've ever watched him.
I've seen him quite a few times. He's pretty good, pretty cool.
He is he's cool. I liked because he's white. He has a big side. He's a very big entrepreneur. He has business. I've seen his drive in doing things, and that's why when I first started watching, he was doing paranormal and he was doing this. And I also see that he was starting his own company, and that drive was showing me too. Okay, you can do anything you want.
Yep.
And now he has 4 businesses, property. He owns real estate. He has 2 channels. He does it. So yeah, in the last 5 years, I could see what determination can do.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be determined if you're going to be a YouTuber, and that's the thing. I think here lately, it's like I don't know what's going on, but I'm not been able to get out to do a video or nothing, and it's probably been 6-7 months now. I don't have that drive like I used to when I first started.
It comes and goes. It does. You have your off days just like you do in regular life.
If you could give a new YouTuber some advice, what advice would you give them to have a goal to start with their channel?
Just keep doing you and don't worry about what others think.
All right.
Good advice.
Don't you have anything to ask?
And that goes with in life in general too, because I'm going to tell you, like I said, I watch educational and do things. If you think about life in general, even people who okay, I'm not going to go that way. I'll say the Rockefellers instead. They didn't give a care what they did, and then what's his name with J.P. Morgan Bank, Wells Fargo. They didn't care what they did, and they look at where they are. That's in that aspect of being people. If you care what people think about, you're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Speaking of that, was there a time that you thought about quitting YouTube?
No, I've never really thought about quitting. I've had to take a step back because it was upsetting a little bit when my other channel was taken down, but it made me come back twice as hard. I said, okay, I can start over. That's not going to stop me just because that one, it made me angry and upset, but it didn't. It made me actually go harder on it because I was like, okay. And yes, I had a lot of subscribers, and I'm 6 months into my new channel, and I don't even have 100. But you know what? I said, that's okay. I'll get back up there.
Is there another adult in your house?
Another adult?
Yeah. Or
no.
How old's your daughter? I mean, you don't have to give that age.
Well,
out.
my daughter technically is an adult, but she cannot, she's 18, but she cannot take care of herself. She is full assist. I
I
have to.
just
She can't do a lot.
I just seen somebody walk by behind you in that window.
Oh, right now, a friend of mine's here, but actually living, no, I have a friend here.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. I didn't want to scare you, but I was like, I
Oh,
seen somebody walk by.
come here. Come here for a sec. Come here for a second. Aaliyah, come here. Okay, I'll get it in a minute. Come here. Sorry, guys. Look, come here. Can you can you say hi? Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
Hi. Okay, go get what you want and go sit down. Like she can do things, but she can't. She's autistic and has epilepsy, so it has really, and they contradict each other, especially the autism with the epilepsy. So, or I say epilepsy to the autism. It doesn't. They contradict. So it's a trying time always. There's always ups and downs, but I
yeah,
don't let it stop me. I never have. I used to be a caregiver and I would work 4 12-hour shifts, come home and still take care of her. So it, no, not that, but can you
Hey,
guys give
Amy.
me 1 second?
Oh yeah. Hey, Amy.
hey, Amy.
We're still praying for Cody.
Amy, are you going live? Hey, Sean.
Oh, Sean's in here. Hey, Sean.
I think he was in here earlier. I think I said hey to him.
At 9 our time, she will be.
Okay. Everybody, make sure y'all go over and check out what the Paranormal's channel at
I'm back.
9 Eastern Standard Time for us and her country time for them. We asked Amy if she was going live tonight. She said that she was going on at 9 our time. So that'd be 8 her time. All these time zones be throwing me off, man.
Oh, it really
Okay,
threw
so
us
it'll be
off.
6 my time.
Oh wow.
Hi, Amy, sis.
It threw us way off going to Vegas. We were 3 hours behind, so I was
Yeah.
calling Kayla at 6 there, and it was 9 here, and she's like, "We're in bed. What do you mean?"
Yeah.
I'm the same time as Vegas right now, so
Okay, yeah. So you're 3 hours difference.
Yeah, that flight, man. It seemed like it took forever to fly. God almighty, it took forever. The time changes do suck, Amy.
Yeah.
thing that gets me is the daylight savings time. It goes from 2 to 3. It's like okay, or 1 to 2. It's like okay, where are we at right now?
Yeah. I can deal with that, but this time zone from Amy's an hour behind us, and you 3 hours behind us, and I don't know how many hours Vodka is behind us, but and then you go
Half a
to
day.
like I think Laura and Jared, they're like an hour behind us, but then you go all the way to Canada, and Sandra's on the same time zone as me. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You can leave the country, but the time zone stays the same.
Drive safe, AD.
Yep.
Donna, did you say you had a question you wanted to ask her?
Yeah, I got a question or two. Uh, Charmaine, I know you said that you were going, getting away from the paranormal and mainly doing tarot cards. and tarot readings and your affirmations. Your affirmations, do you do them daily, weekly?
Um, it varies. I've been doing them like every other day, but I started looking that I'm gonna start doing the affirmations every day. I'm gonna do it'll be a short,
Okay. Okay.
so I'm gonna start changing that up. Yeah, I've been doing things, looking at things differently of how I can do this, how I can do that. So yes, the affirmations would be. I'm gonna change them to a daily thing. Like I said, it would be. It's just a short. But I have different cards. Like I've been putting up those ones that you guys have been seeing. Like they have different
Yeah. Yep.
sayings on them. Yeah. Today I'm in charge. Today I'm gonna take control of how I feel. Nobody can make me feel any other way than happy. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think these are good for people. Positivity. That spreads the
That's,
positivity. And the reason
absolutely.
I stepped away from paranormal is because I don't have way to really go do paranormal, and that's why I've stepped. If I had a way, more my transportation is not there. I would be out doing more.
Okay. So you
So
do.
that's
Go ahead.
that's why I had to take a step back because I just can't get out there and go do it. I'm working on getting another vehicle, so that's where I'm at with that.
Okay. So it's not that you're trying to get away from paranormal. It's just that right now the ability has been taken away. Um. Okay.
Correct.
So
Yep.
so since you're still into the paranormal, and I know you watch a lot of paranormal channels. Um.
Mhm.
Do you have one place that, or maybe even a bucket list of places that you want to go to that you would like to investigate?
There's quite a few places I would like to go. Yes, I would like to go to the Queen Mary since now they're back open. The Whaley House. Okay, let's move it to Texas. There's the Black Swan Inn. I would like to go to. There's. I would actually want to go to. It's the. What is that prison in Tennessee that everybody's gone to? Oh my gosh!
You're throwing
I
me
want
off my game now.
It just
I want to go to that jail
it's
that Donnie went to.
I've got
I can't
access
think
to
of
it.
the name. Omar's been there. Everybody's been there, and I know it's in Tennessee. I just can't think of what the name of it is now. But I want to go there.
Okay.
Brushing Mountain. Thank you, Melissa.
Rush Mountain. Okay. See, I haven't even been. I haven't even heard of it. Really, I've seen like Omar's video about it. But me personally, I've never even had the opportunity. But I would definitely go with you.
Yeah.
I
And
need
let me answer. Amy did ask a question. What was my favorite deck? I don't have so much a favorite deck, but I do have. I guess it would be as a preferred deck, which is really weird. It's called Witches Tarot and Tarot, but like in the Oracle, this is my favorite one. So I does that answer, Amy?
Does anybody else in the chat have questions for Charmaine?
All right. So Melissa and Charmaine, if you guys get to go to Brushy Mountain, you guys got to come pick me up. All right.
Oh yeah. I think that's where we all need to meet up at is at Brushy Mountain. We all need to go together.
Maybe maybe our one of our sponsors for the reunion can get us there.
Yes, I do, Amy.
What's Melissa talking about? Deal.
Oh,
That she would get Donnie.
I
Oh,
told I told her Melissa and Patrick and Charmaine if they uh get to go to Brushy Mountain, they got to come by and pick me up first. Oh, you already did Tennessee. Oh, well,
I
we'll
like,
have to set something up.
I like to go investigate Hawaii, the whole island.
Hawaii's on another level, and I've seen some videos not on YouTube, but on Discovery Channel of ghost shows that I watch on there. And these guys, it's more it's more intense actually in Hawaii than it is in because of the Indians. It's in the land, and so it's a lot more dangerous too because if you are disrespectful, it can be scary. So in their eyes, it may not purposely be, but I think it's a lot. It's somewhere I would like to go to actually.
Oh man.
Who is the one person on YouTube that inspires you to inspires you every day? So one person on
Somebody
YouTube or in
on
your
YouTube.
life.
Um, there is one person who inspires me, and I have to tell you, her name is Tyrone T. Jenny. She pushes through anything and all, and to know and see what she does, it also pushes me.
Yeah, she's a good hearted person.
Yeah.
She bought.
All you guys are, make me want to do more. Seeing you guys all do things, and also, actually, seeing Cheryl come out and do these events and step up what she was doing actually gave me a boost to do things too. That was, a big push towards me too.
Talking about Cheryl Kurtz.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she come out of nowhere in the Paragames challenges, and I think she was like one of the finalists.
Yep.
She did great, and now she's doing in videos. But she scared me the other night when she was doing her video and was out there in the woods by herself, and she said a bear was stalking her, and I was like, "Oh my God, don't be going that places by yourself."
Yep.
Yeah, she is. Hey. Well, I think I got one more question to ask you.
Okay.
But I'm going through all these old questions that April wrote down, so I'm trying to. Even though you didn't get to make it to the reunion this year, would you recommend everybody to try to make it to a reunion?
I do recommend it. Next year I'm gonna do everything in my power. Things are different now. Like I said, there were circumstances that I couldn't get around this last time that now I have the okay to do certain things that I didn't have prior. So that, I'm going to be at the next one. I don't care if I have to crawl there, I will be there.
That's April, y'all.
Hi, April.
Hey
Hey,
y'all.
April.
Hey, I just got home from work.
Welcome
Yeah.
home.
I hate you didn't get to make it, but that's Cheryl Kurtz now. Cheryl quit
Yeah.
walking around the trails
She's
back.
been in the chat. I've seen her.
I've seen her
Well,
once or twice pop in.
Kylie took my phone, so I couldn't read the chat, and then when I make the screen small, I got a glare off the computer screen on the TV, so I've had it in big screen, so I ain't got to read the chat much.
As far as I know, Amy's gonna go live tonight.
Yeah. All right. Well, Charmaine, we thank you for coming up and doing this for me. I thought it was a real interesting interview. Really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure of being up here, and it's getting easier and easier each time.
The more you do it, I mean, I know people getting tired of seeing my ugly face, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. Because I remember April would try to get me on her strings, and I was sitting there, and all you could see was half my shoulder, and I stick my head in there every now and then. Now I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, I thank everybody for coming. Make sure y'all stick around at 8 Central Standard Time. Walter Paranormal will be going live. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and show her some love. Remember to keep Cody in your prayers. Also, April's mom, keep her in your prayers.
Absolutely.
And Kayla.
And
Prayers.
also my daughter Kayla in your prayers too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we thank y'all for coming. And until
Love
next
you guys.
time, peace, love, and always God bless. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, y'all.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you all.